In the quaint town of Eldridge Hollow, nestled between forgotten hills and shrouded in perpetual fog, there lived a man named Keith. His life was one of routine and isolation, marked by the silent echoes of his own existence. Eldridge Hollow was a town of secrets, where the veil between the known and the unknown was perpetually thin. Keith, a reserved man in his 30s, found solace in his loneliness. His days were spent wandering the fog-laden streets, observing life from a distance. He was like a shadow, seen but seldom acknowledged, a silent observer in a world that moved around him. One foggy evening, as Keith walked the familiar path through the Eldridge woods, he stumbled upon an ancient, decrepit mansion, hidden away by overgrown thorns and forgotten by time. The mansion, known to locals as the Whispering House, was said to be cursed, a place where the lonely and lost found solace, never to return. Compelled by a force he could not understand, Keith stepped inside. The mansion's interior was a labyrinth of dust and decay, with whispers echoing off the walls, as if the house itself was speaking to him. As he ventured deeper, he felt a strange connection, an eerie sense of belonging. In the heart of the mansion, Keith found a grand ballroom, where ghostly figures danced in an endless waltz, their faces hollow, their eyes void of life. These were the souls of the lonely, trapped in an eternal dance of solitude. Keith watched, mesmerized by the haunting beauty of their dance. As the clock struck midnight, the ghostly dancers turned towards Keith, their eyes gleaming with a cold light. They whispered in unison, "Join us." Overwhelmed by an inexplicable longing, Keith stepped forward, ready to embrace the dance of solitude. But at that moment, a ghostly figure emerged from the shadows. It was a woman, her face kind and her eyes filled with empathy. She reached out to Keith, whispering, "You are not alone." Her touch broke the spell, and the ballroom faded away, leaving Keith alone in the dusty ruins of the mansion. The woman's words echoed in Keith's mind as he made his way back to Eldridge Hollow. He realized that while he had embraced his solitude, he had also shunned the world and its connections. The Whispering House had shown him the true cost of his isolation. From that night on, Keith made an effort to connect with the people of Eldridge Hollow. He found that each person, like him, carried their own ghosts of loneliness. But in sharing their stories and their lives, they found solace in each other's company. The Whispering House remained standing, a silent sentinel in the woods, but its spell over Keith was broken. He had learned that while solitude can be a comfortable cloak, it is in connection with others that the heart truly finds its peace. And so, in the town of Eldridge Hollow, where the fog still lingers and secrets whisper in the wind, Keith found his place, not as a shadow, but as a man among many, each with their own story of solitude and redemption.